Okay, I'll show you how we build these tracks. They don't fit together at all. They just very, very loosely go together. So what we'll do is we need you need tweezers, and a good set of eyes. That's why I use my magnifiers all the time now. And we're just basically lining them up and putting them together. Now when we do the bottom section, as in the bottom section down here, we can use a really fast drying hot aggressive glue. When we do the upper sections, we're going to use a slower setting, less aggressive glue like the Tamiya glue. So right now I've just got some MEK, and you have to be careful because as soon as you touch it down, it will now if you wanted to get all fancy schmancy, you could put down some masking tape, and I've found that masking tape will save you a couple of seconds, and that's about it. You just do very gentle with the paint, with the glue, using the fairly hot aggressive stuff like that. Now we've got a little section like that. We just push it off there, boom, Bob's your uncle. You've got one section, and now what we'll do is we just keep building out the tracks. I guess if you wanted to, you could glue each and every one, but I find this to be just as quick. Good set of tweezers. No, I don't use craft tweezers. These are actually London drug tweezers for eyebrows. I found that the Revlon ones are really good. They're a little bit more expensive, but they work really, really well. I like the pointy ones versus the flat blades. You know, whichever works best for you. I have both, but I tend to always gravitate towards these. They're nice and thick. They have a good spring, and they're a little bit more money than craft tweezers, but when you're doing fiddly little stuff like this, you definitely need good quality tools. Now, we've got that to a point. My kid must have stolen my good friggin' metal. There we are. What we'll do is we'll take a good little stainless ruler, and we'll just snug them all up, hold them down nice and tight, and then we can see, okay, we've missed two spots with the glue. That happens, so we just hit the glue back in there. We take our, and there we go. This has got some history behind it. This is from Drillco, back, let's see, Midland, Texas. This ruler is probably 55 years old, maybe 60 years old. It was used for drilling on oil rigs on the drill bits. You could use it as the measuring tape. There's your thread pitch counter on one there, one here, and then diameter of the counter bore. So yeah, just kind of a cool little thing that my old man had when he was working on the rigs back in the day. Okay, I'm going to try and do this on camera. What we've got is here is a section of track done up with Tamiya extra thin glue. So what we'll do is we'll pop it on here on its on the back, and as soon as we switch over to actually applying it, we're switching over to the super hot MEK glue. And there we are. Let's get it on straight. Now, unfortunately, this is a very poor, very poor model in terms of the suspension. The suspension is not straight, and the road wheels were honestly pure crap. And the suspension arms were pure crap as well. Life is too short to build piss poor models. So we're going to set that down with the MEK with the really hot fast glue. And we're going to roll some MEK up underneath here as well. Now you can use this technique for all your link-to-link tracks. Okay? Got it in here. We got it down to where we want it. As you can see there, we're going to hold it with our thumb. Then we're just going to flood this with MEK. Get it in nice and snug around that road wheel. And drop it down because this is going to have a big sag. And there. We got started. Now we'll get the rest of it done. There. Okay, so now we're going to get the next longer piece here. We've got it assembled with our Tamiya extra thin. You can use anything as long as it's a slow setting glue. Now I'm going to try my damnedest to get this all on video. So we switch back to the hot stuff, in this case MEK. Alright, now we've got the first one in there. You can see right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to set it on this portion right here. I'm just going to use our thumb like this. Get it in there. Now I want lots of sag. Lots of sag. There we are. Like almost a sag that you're like, dude, that's too much. Not if you've seen the photographs I've got, which I will run out when I finish building this. And then there's your next one, eh? Like I say, I know guys use masking tape. Like they'll mask it all off. They'll put these tracks on masking tape just to try and help them out. Now what we're going to do here, we're going to make these meet up here in the middle. So I could have added about 3 or 4 more tracks on this, but what I'll do is I'll bring it over from this side. So we're going to make one up to about the middle of the drive sprocket, and the next one will be a really long one to cover it up. So let's get on that. Okay, so we've got this last piece of track in. So what we want to do is we'll get the sag built in here. As you can see there, now we're going to switch back to the hot stuff, the MEK. We'll fix that one there. We'll get this in here. Well, don't be afraid to use your glue. Be rather liberal with your glue. Now I had to add an extra track length here, and it's getting a little bit busy with me. So one thing I found with this plastic on this model, it just isn't. The plastic doesn't hold. The plastic is really super soft, and it folds up, and it's just not the best plastic for this hot stuff. But there we are. We just get everything in there. Make sure the top links all look good. And then we can take some of the hot stuff and just kind of give it a little bit of a brushing over the top. Where are we at here? Okay. Yeah, just give it a brushing over of the top like this. Where are we at here? And yeah, and there we go. Link to link track with built-in sag. It's not that difficult, guys. You just take some patience and a good set of magnifiers and a good set of tweezers and some hot glue, and you've got her. And when I mean hot glue, I mean like as in a fast, aggressive glue, not a hot glue gun. Alright, later.